My name's Fiona McGowan and I'm the Erasmus Plus coordinator with Peter McVerry Trust. Peter McVerry Trust is a hosting and sending organisation. Currently and in the past we have hosted volunteers from European countries from the ages of 18 to 30-year-olds for up to a period of approximately 12 months, and we have been doing that for the last 3 years as well. With the Erasmus Plus programme, there are 3 phases to it. It's the planning and preparation phase, implementation and evaluation. The national agency for the Erasmus Plus is Lurgos, and Lurgos would be the middleman between ourselves and the European funders. So we would be reporting to Lurgos here. I suppose really with the Erasmus Plus as well, we would have Peter McVerry Trust run a database, a European database. So therefore that's the first point of contact where people would apply. They would then email myself, I'd send them an application form, and we could receive about 200 emails a year from interested parties. We whittle that down, we do a short list, and then Skyping, we Skype the person, we email back and forth. We get in touch as well with their sending organisation, for example, if they had a sending organisation in Italy. So everything is set up. Now, once the funding has been secured and confirmed, then we have 2 months intensive work to actually get the volunteer over here. And we look at, the insurance, all the documentation, everything has to be signed off and put on place before the arrival of the volunteer. And then once the volunteer is here, Lurgos would provide on-arrival training, and they also have midway training as well. They're also introduced to their mentor, and they would be given daily support once they arrive, because as you can imagine, it could be quite a daunting experience for anybody arriving in a new country. For the first time wondering, okay, what's Peter McVerry Trust all about? And not only meeting with the staff, the residents, the different environments. You might have a barrier at times with the English language, but generally this is just due to people's sometimes confidence. Once they become more confident in their role, their English language then as well is improves on a daily basis. But also as well, there's new learning as well and around the discourse of the working environment and the strong Dublin accent as well. So it can be quite challenging. People need intensive support when they arrive first in Ireland. And I suppose really the first 3 months are really time for assimilating into the new country, the new environment, the new role. We kind of look at month 3 to month 6 as, okay, now I understand it a little bit more and what's expected of me. And then from month 6 to month 12 is really looking at, okay, what project now can I put in place to deliver to the participants of Peter McVerry Trust, who will benefit from my skills, and in turn I will also gain new learning from the delivery of this. I suppose initially our Erasmus Plus volunteer would be placed in a supported temporary accommodation residential service. So initially they'd be placed, say, on a daily basis to kind of get accustomed to the environment, the staff team and the participants there as well. Then we might graduate then by introducing them to an evening kind of a role there as well, where they'll be able to provide maybe help out with an evening meal and social interact as well with our residents as well, and conduct health and safety checks following the direction of core staff. And gradually over time then as well, they'll be able to understand our client group and how we work with homelessness in Dublin City. And then it is hoped then that they will be able to deliver a specific programme to our client group as well. So we would have key indicators along the 12-month duration, where we would look at specific learning outcomes for the volunteer themselves. During their placement, along with their mentor and with the support there, they will be looking continuously at their learning. And this will then all accumulate then in a recognised certificate called the Youth Pass. And the Youth Pass looks at 8 key competencies on one's learning journal, and reflective practice is applied through, I suppose, the learning, and you have a look at experience, concrete experience, and reflection, and applying new experience as well, and new knowledge to that learning.
So my name is Claudio and I'm from Italy. I got a master's degree when I was in Italy in political science and international relations. So basically, before moving here, I was a student. I studied in Pisa, even though I am originally from Palermo. Me personally, I found out this program talking to some friends of mine. They basically were saying me like their experience in this program, so I decided to have a look to the website. There is a website where you can find a huge database with all the information about the Erasmus Plus program. Once there in the database, I filtered my research, matching my interest and my competences with the country and the working area where I wanted to volunteer for. That's basically how I found out about Peter McVerry Trust. And my work with the trust is very challenging. I work here in different services. Mainly, and so far I work with in the drop-in center, in the stabilization program, and in a STA that basically is an housing program. It's St. Catherine's Foyer. And my work is basically I provide support to the staff in all of these services, and I'm basically helping them with all that concern like logistic and the developing of the programs in the different services. Basically I have here a supervisor, that is Fiona, and a mentor. They are kind of supporters, so basically they help volunteers with everything related to work or to their social life, if they have a problem or like they want to ask for some advices. And then there is a national agency that is like the coordinator of all the national charities in Ireland, that is called Erasmus, and they also provide assistance and support to the organization and as well the volunteers. And so yeah, this is how basically it works, Erasmus Plus program. Then other than that, yeah, of course the social life is pretty important. So from my point of view, I can say that Dublin is it's an amazing city and it offers a lot of things to do. I personally, I really like music and I play myself as well. So I really enjoy listening to some good music, some good traditional Irish music. Then I met a lot of other volunteers here and a lot of interesting people, so I usually hanging out with them, with other people, with friends, and even I travel around Ireland a lot. Especially last summer I traveled and I had the opportunity to discover some beautiful places here in Ireland. So basically I highly recommend to people that are interested in developing their competences, but even to experience a new countries and to learn a new language or practice a new language, to apply for the Erasmus Plus program, because it's a very interesting, even though challenging opportunity for themselves.